Period. Pull up, it's about to blow up. Show love, we coming and you know us. It's a vibe and it's fresh on your mind. Breaking hot, top to slide. You know what we like, yeah.
Get up, you don't wanna miss us. In the mix, it's official.
It's official.
Big facts, no cap. Where you at?
Yeah.
It's time to kick back.
It's the mix.
Welcome to the mix, everybody. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Rapper CJ will be getting into the mix with us. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been playing Whoopty for months now. So I'm really excited to have CJ into the mix tonight. But I have to ask, how are my co-hosts doing tonight?
Man, we doing good, doing Gucci. I want to know how you're doing because I saw you in the studio and I want to know about them vibes. Are we getting new music? We getting a new album? What's happening, Zani?
You know, we definitely have some new stuff coming on the way, but I just feel like I just had to get back in the feel. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting back in the feel of being in the studio. I definitely took my child one of those days, and guys,
I was gonna ask you because I saw you had Lil Hunter with you, so I was like, was she cutting up or she was letting you put in work? How was she acting?
you know, I had it all planned out. You know, she was sleepy already, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take her. I'm sure she'll just sleep the whole time. It was a challenge, y'all. She stayed up the whole, she's asleep in this picture that we see. She woke up the next 5 minutes. She wanted me to hold her. I had to literally hold her the whole time I was recording while she slept for her to stay asleep. So it was a challenge, guys.
Wow.
So would you take her to the studio again?
You know what? One of the reasons I took her in the beginning, in the first place, was to get in the hang of taking her. So I'm going to try again. Maybe not, tomorrow's my next session. Maybe not tomorrow, but soon.
You can put her to the mic. We can get some little vocals from baby because I know it's passed down through the family. I know she got that talent.
Oh yeah. I could hardly keep her quiet. She wanted to be on the song so bad the last time. So, she would definitely be, getting her Blue Ivy on. We're trying to get her a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? That's next.
Bring it into existence.
Exactly. Okay. Speaking of music, there's so much music that dropped recently that I just cannot wait to talk to you guys about. So let's just get into it. But first, we have to talk about the Billboard Award nominations that came out on Friday. And leading with 16 nominations is The Weeknd, and DaBaby Jazz is right behind him with 11 nominations. And now we can't talk about the Billboard Awards without acknowledging that we have a Billboard Award winner right here on our panel, Mr. Romeo.
Okay.
Not only did you win Billboard Awards at 11 years old, but you broke the record previously held by Michael Jackson as the youngest solo artist to chart #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Wait, can I say first, Romeo, you be on here being too humble, bro. Wait a minute. That should have been the first thing you said.
Right.
All the homies be saying that. They be like, man, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't be humble like you, my brother.
I didn't even know you had this record. Like I never knew this about you, that you were the youngest kid to get the Billboard for that category. Like that's crazy, dog. You ain't even telling us. You way too humble.
It's one of those things, my family, we come from the projects, Calio projects, and for my dad to be able to do what he did and for me to take that torch and do what I did as a youngster, it was always I was always grateful. I owe a lot of my success. I seen my 2 cousins die in front of me when I was a kid, RIP Fred and Lance. When I was 8 years old, I was like, I got to accomplish my dreams now. But Michael Jackson was like, oh, you broke my record, huh? It's you. I still remember when I met him and getting that acknowledgement from him. I got Artist of the Year and Single of the Year as a rap artist. Is really big, but it does go unnoticed. Like a lot of people don't know. It's kind of like Derrick Rose. I compare myself to Derrick Rose. Is this the NBA? He was the youngest to do the MVP season and made such an impact. And I think a lot of people forget that sometimes.
Man, y'all better put some respect on Romeo's name.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know the thing what I like about the Billboard Awards, that's not just fan votes, that's numbers. So Billboard is more official than Grammys, it's more official than anything because it's literally the numbers of that year. So doing that as a kid, you got to realize rap artists as a kid, I was flying across the world touring. I'm doing everything the big dogs doing. You know, shout out to Outkast who was nominated with me that year. I think Missy Elliott, a lot of people where it was a crazy year, but I put in work. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna brag a little right now. I put in work. And that was just a cool thing to do and accomplish. And I hope somebody break it. Maybe your little babies though.
Right.
Oh yeah, you put it when you said it, not me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, you gotta get her to work right now though. That's gonna be a top one. That's gonna be a hard one to top.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you want to be like Uncle Romeo or not. Now you better get in that dance class and get
you want to be a momager out here. Oh
yeah, now the bar is set high. I'm not about to play with her. Let's talk about a few of the other categories for this year. Y'all know I see my boy Justin got what he deserved, and he is in the top. Hold on, Anton. Let me just say what I got to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna repeat that. My boy Justin Bieber got what he deserved and is in the top R&B artist category, along with Jhené Aiko. Y'all know I love her. Chris Brown, a legend. Doja Cat, a legend. The Weeknd. I mean, we already see The Weeknd. He got his thing going on. But who do y'all think will get that one? Anton, I don't want you to answer first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ton. Go ahead, Ton.
For me, I like Justin Bieber. I think Justin Bieber is fly. I love that. Yo, you got that yummy, yummy. I love that. I love the Peaches song in Atlanta, but it's not R&B. It's not. It's pop. It's pop. It's very much pop.
It's
that
pop.
is
And
not.
I have to agree with
That should not be nominated in an R&B category. Like that's crazy to me that's happening. But I do hope that he wins something, just not the R&B one.
Wait, Ton, I gotta ask you. Wait, Jazz, before you jump in, do you work for the Grammys, Ton?
I do. I'm in that secret association that they just put.
But I was gonna say I want to see Jhené win. Now, okay, let's be realistic with the people she's up against. Maybe not, but I want to see her win because I feel like she's one of those artists who everybody listens to and knows her records, but she kind of like slips through the cracks. Like we don't really give her that recognition that she deserves. So I would love it. And I loved her last album, Chilumbo. I really want to see her win this one. So that's my top pick. That's who I want to see get it.
Good choice.
I was gonna say either Jhené or Doja Cat because I've been obsessed with Doja Cat recently. I've listened to her album over and over, like almost every day. So I definitely want to see her get some recognition as well. But no, I agree with Jazz 100%. Jhené Aiko, I feel like everyone has her songs on their like breakup playlist or they're like in my feels playlist or like your feel. No one ever is like Jhené Aiko is like that artist. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I know you guys were waiting for me to say Justin, but I was gonna say I definitely agree. I would like to see Jhené win because I also feel like Jhené doesn't receive enough awards. As much as we listen to Jhené, I mean, we all are in love with her. We want to see her get more awards.
But Zanique, I gotta ask you a question. I want you to be very, very truthful in your answer. Now, coming from a family that is very well known for being one of the best, groups, R&B groups of all time, your mom.
Don't play with them.
Okay, and you are an incredible R&B singer too. Do you really believe that Justin Bieber should be nominated in an R&B category?
Jazz, you did not have to do that little noise now.
She made it so much worse.
Stay strong.
Give it that weight.
Stay strong.
Romeo, I'm gonna stick to what I believe.
I'm taking you to break in 75 seconds. I got you. Stay strong.
I'm gonna make this quick. I definitely feel that Justin Bieber does deserve to be in the R&B category because he has been making R&B music for a while. Maybe you don't feel like what you say Yummy Yummy is pop.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you do feel like that. It's cool, but he definitely made a full R&B album maybe a couple years ago, and it was bomb. I keep telling y'all that. I don't think y'all listened to it since I said that because I think you would think differently. Jazz, I can't take it. Please take us to break, Romeo.
I got you. With that being said, all I gotta say is this though. I gotta play devil advocate. It's like, what if Justin Bieber was black? What would it be considered then?
I think then it might be R&B because the cadence, the sound of the voice.
Is that wow? It don't matter.
No. Okay,
we're not going there, Romeo.
If he sounded like Usher, if he had them like, you know what I'm saying, them chords, them soul.
Hey, Anton, it don't matter if you know what. I'm taking you to break. Look, we got to take a break. You know, CJ is getting in the mix with us. It's about to go down. Keep it locked. You know how we do it on Fox Soul, baby.
Welcome back to the show, you guys. Now, our next guest is out here putting New York back on the map and repping Staten Island. You may know him from his breakout single, Whoopty, which has nearly 270 million views on YouTube and hit the Billboard top 10 in both the United States and the UK. He's here to talk about his recently released EP, Loyalty Over Royalty, and more upcoming music. Let's welcome CJ into the mix. Hey, CJ.
How y'all doing?
How you doing? Good. How are you?
I'm blessed.
To have you on the show, man.
Grateful to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Young legend, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I've been singing Whoopty all day.
It has.
And I don't know the words, but I just make it up, but it goes with the beat. So I just rock it.
I know the words, Ton. I got you.
It's a movie. That's it. You know, simple.
Period.
Absolutely. So, okay, you're from one of my favorite cities in the world, dog. You are from New York, Staten Island in particular, and it's home to the legendary Wu-Tang Clan. Now, you came up in a completely different generation than them, but please tell us, what was it like growing up in Staten Island?
You know, pretty much, you know, it's a small town. I believe we're like 14 miles, you know, within the island. So, you know, pretty much everybody just grew up together. You know, people I went to elementary school with, you know, went to junior high, high school with. So, you know, we all knew each other. So, you know, it's a lot of, you know, the same faces. But, you know, I started, you know, making music young, and I always had a love for it since I was a kid. So, you know, that was my only way out.
And now you've said that you feel like Staten Island is like the forgotten borough. And I feel like Wu-Tang Clan, they said the same thing back in the day when they were trying to get on. So why do you feel like Staten Island doesn't get the same love as a Brooklyn or the Bronx? I actually lived in the Bronx for a year, BX.
All right, BX.
You know, like I said, I feel like it's just because it's super small. You know, Brooklyn, you know, there's a lot of artists that come out of there, you know, every day. You know, the Bronx, you know, always got artists coming out of there, Harlem. I just feel like we never really have that spotlight on us, you know, as you can see, you know, like we said, you know, it's been 25 years, 30 years in the making that, you know, something has came out of Staten Island. So I just feel like musically wise, we don't really get that attention and that spotlight we, you know, deserve, but there's a lot of talent out here, so.
Since you're the first artist since Wu-Tang to really blow up and come out of Staten Island, do you feel like the baton or the torch has been passed to you and like you are the chosen one?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, that right there, 25 years in the making, you know, 25, 30 years, like that's just unheard of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you hear about artists coming, you know, from Brooklyn, you know, that, you know, blow up all the time. Artists that come from the Bronx blow up all the time. Artists from Harlem, Queens, you don't really hear about Staten Island artists, you know, making it out. So it's kind of like, you know, it's definitely a blessing. And, you know, shout out to the Wu, you know, they definitely reached out and showed their love and support. So that right there, that was a huge moment. So
yeah, definitely something I like that you said. You said you love making music at a young age. So you kind of already knew your purpose. But when did you fall in love with rap?
I want to say about maybe like 13 years old. I had like saved up like, you know, a few bucks, and I kind of like bought myself a mic and I started investing in myself. I bought myself a mic. I had like a laptop and I started recording myself. So I would just download beats on YouTube and stuff like that and just play around, you know, create melodies, create flows at that age. And that's really it. That right there.
So at 13, you was getting it in. You already knew this is what I wanted to do professionally.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. Like I had it in my head. I'm like, yo, like this is gonna be my way out. Like I don't even want to think about working, you know, thinking about doing something else. Like I feel like this is what I'm destined to be.
Big.
Focus.
Now, yeah, that's that focus. Now, when I listen to your music, I always say you don't have like a stereotypical New York rap style. So if someone hadn't heard your music before, what would you say that you sound like? Like, what do you think your sound and your style is?
I never really I'm the type of artist, I never really pigeonhole myself into anything like a genre, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of like I would say like a versatile artist. Like I could do melodic music, I could do drill music, I could do, you know, songs for the club, you know, songs for TikTok, you know, radio. So I'm kind of like that lane. Like I could pretty much, you know, rap on any type of beat or, you know, come up with any type of flow. So.
He basically coming for the Drake spot. That's what he said. He about to
pretty much.
He about to take over the world.
I just, you know, I just got the opportunity, you know, chop it up with him, finally meet him for the first time, like last year. Super dope.
How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that was crazy. We was in LA. I was at the Oscars after party, so it was like a bunch of, you know, actresses, actors, celebrities in the building. And you know, he had came up.
Sorry. That was clean. I just had to say.
Shout out my stylist Bo on the outfit. Yeah, so pretty much, you know, he just came up to me and was like, yo, keep doing your thing. I love what you're doing out here. And you know, that right there, like even having the opportunity to just, you know, sit there and, you know, chop it up with him for a few seconds, or him even greeting me and knowing who I am, that right there is a blessing. Especially where I'm coming from.
The most successful people in this industry, they say the same thing you say, and you notice at a young age, you don't put yourself in a box, no matter where you're from. You know, you're able to adapt, and that's going to take you a long way, not even just in music, but just in this industry as a whole. Because a lot of people get stuck in one lane, and they realize, why am I not taking that next jump? You know, so you already got it. I love when young artists come on the mix and you see their mindset and the reason why they're successful.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of artists are scared to try new things and scared to be versatile. Like for me, like for example, when I blew up, it was off of a drill song. So you know, a lot of people was gonna expect, you know, just drill music from me. But I'm not afraid to take that next step or jump into that different lane. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's working out for me. Like I said, I got, you know, songs that's blowing up, and you know, the Latin culture. You know what I'm saying? But that's because of me taking that, you know, that outside lane. So.
That's big. Big.
Yeah. Now, New York has been kind of quieter recently than in the days when New York was like 90% of rap. Now, do you think New York has to reprove themselves, or would you say that New York never left?
It's like, you know, the South really got it right now, and I kind of feel like it's been like that for a few years. New York, you know, they go. she
I
was just gonna let you say it. I was gonna let you say it.
I always, you know, pay my, you know, give credit where it's due. But yeah, I feel like New York just be, you know, they show up and they go missing for a little while and come back. You know, that's kind of like the flow we always had. But I feel like, you know, when the time is right, we always, you know, show and prove. So, you know, we lost a huge part, you know, of hip hop as far as the New York side. You know, may he rest in peace, Pop Smoke. You know, that he was a major part in the New York movement. So, you know, kind of like you said, it's a little quiet right now, but you know, shout out to, you know, all the New York artists doing their thing. A Boogie, you know, Fabio Foreign, me, you know, J.I. So, like I said, we have our good.
Damn, y'all not that quiet. Y'all heard the names you just said, man.
Right.
Not quiet.
But you know what though, hip hop started in New York though, so it's only right that it goes in waves. It's gonna come right back.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, can I ask, like, who are some of your favorite New York artists coming up as you were like younger, getting into the rap game and everything?
Yeah, so a lot of people probably expect me to, like, you know, be this huge, you know, Wu-Tang Clan fan, but you know, they came a little before me. Like I grew up, you know, early 2000s. I was born in 97. You know, they were really relevant around like 94, 95. So they're a little before me. So I grew up pretty much on just like, you know, 50 Cent, you know, Jay-Z, Nas, Lil Wayne in that era, the 2003, 2004. So
Yeah, that's
Hey, look, I gotta ask a question real quick, man. I got this. Why don't people give Lil Wayne his roses while he's here? Like, the man is a
No
big
cap.
influence on music. Like, why don't Wayne get the roses, man?
it's a GOAT, man. I don't know. I feel like maybe because he's not talked about as much right now, but they don't realize the work that he put in during that time. The early 2000s, he was on fire. A Millie, all the shit he had, out. I'm a huge fan. I definitely give him his flowers and credit where it's due. Shout out to Wayne. To me,
Man,
he's
for real.
one of the greatest in my eyes. So.
He is one of the greatest. And that was interesting because Zoe asked you about New York artists and you said you threw Wayne in there. So I think that showed how great of a artist he is and the input and the imprint that he have on hip hop in general. So shout out to Weezy, man, for real. One of the greatest rapper alive. I'm throwing it out there, man. Hip hop wouldn't be hip hop without Weezy, for real. That's from me, from No Limit, from New Orleans, man, for real. Salute to Weezy.
Yes.
Okay, listen, this is the moment I think we've all been waiting for. We're gonna get into it. Your certified platinum single, Whoopty. It swept airways and social media, especially like TikTok challenges were blowing up. You had young people, old people, all singing the song. Anton singing it the whole. I'm gonna ask you a dumb question. I apologize in advance, but I'm from the West Coast, so I'm not really tuned in, tapped into this East Coast slang. What does Whoopty mean?
Good question.
Thank you.
You want to know?
It's a word, like, this how me and my guys greet each other. Like, at first, like, it wasn't something that everybody would say on a regular, you know what I'm saying? Like it's me and my crew, like me and my guys. That's how we greet each other when we see each other. But I decided to put it in a song, and I didn't know it was gonna take off like the way it did. So, now I got, people all around the world saying it. So
wait, I'm sorry, can I just ask, like, so y'all walk up and y'all like, Whoopty? Like, how does it go? It's like, Whoopty.
Exactly how
that's kind of hard. I
like okay.
Whoopty. You want something to eat? Whoopty.
That's bad answer.
Wait, I gotta know this because I was reading earlier that I want to know if it's true that your sister actually told you to download TikTok, and then you decided to use TikTok because you didn't have it before, and once you put the dance to it, the song just blew up.
Yeah, for sure. Like I really wasn't in tune with TikTok. I was just like, what is that? It's like I thought it was like Triller and stuff like that. So, I'm a little older. Well, I'm not that old. I'm 24, but she's 18. So she was kind of like schooling me, like, nah, you gotta download it. Everybody's on it. Your song is super dope. I think we should make a challenge to it and do a dance. I'm like, do a dance? I ain't about to be dancing on no app. You know what I'm saying? So she was just like, nah, trust me, like, it's gonna blow up. So I'm like, all right, let me try this out. We did like a little Whoopty challenge. We did like a week straight that we did a challenge like every day. And after that, like, it just started picking up. Like, I would click on the sound and there would be like thousands of videos coming from all around the world. Going up overnight. And yeah, man.
So shout out to Lil Sis, huh?
Okay.
But listen, you mentioned earlier that Whoopty was an off a drill beat. So would you consider yourself a drill artist? And also another question, what's the difference between New York and Chicago drill?
Yeah, so pretty much to answer the first question, like, nah, I definitely wouldn't consider myself a drill artist because before Whoopty came about, I was doing like more melodic records, you know what I'm saying? Whoopty was actually my first drill song that I ever attempted to rap on. A lot of people don't know that. And it just so happened to blow up. And to answer the second question, the difference between New York drill and Chicago drill, I feel like, everybody knows Chicago drill came first. They was doing their thing, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Lil Reese. So shout out to all them guys.
Yeah.
I feel like New York kind of just took that and like, made their own little twist to it and kind of just like made it more fun and made it more dancey, for people to, get up and start doing their little moves and their little ones and twos. So they kind of just made it, we kind of just made it more fun in a way. and you know, more catchy, like for people to sing along to.
Yeah, a little remix on it.
Chicago did it first, but New York did it better.
Period.
To be honest, I'm not even sure if Chicago did it first because I really heard it really originated from the UK. So don't quote me.
Oh wow.
No, but that's the cool thing with music. Like all music inspire each other. You know, I hate when people be like, well, they took it from here and took it from there. It's like that's what you're supposed to do as a creative. If something inspire you, you got to put your flip on it and make it better.
100%.
Tommy,
So-
I'm glad you said that.
Me too. You just said a lot.
That needed to be said because me and my friends be arguing all the time, and I'm like, they were inspired by this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
What's the point? What's the
So
point of
Whoopty
making music if we
video-
can't be inspired by it?
Sure. 100%.
Right.
That
Okay, CJ. So the Whoopty video has over 269 million views, dog.
Round of
That
applause
is-
for that.
That's
Stop playing with
crazy. That doesn't even like I've never even heard of those numbers, especially for a new artist. Like, how
Man.
does that make you feel? Like hearing that number and knowing that you really have that many people checking out your music.
Yeah, it's crazy because just the other day, like I was having a conversation about the record and the video, and for some reason, like I kept feeling like it was longer than what it was. Like I'm like, yo, I've been on this little run for about a year now, and I checked the video and I was like, yo, this shit came out 8 months ago. Like it don't even feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it was that, you know. So I was just like, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Especially like I said, coming from where I'm coming from, you know, such a small town, you know, you don't really hear about a sound like that, you know, all the time. So I'm just super grateful to be here, you know, like I'm blessed. We just hit 1 billion streams.
Period.
And I just received my my physical plaques. You know, we went platinum in the pandemic. You know, that's the slogan that me and my team is running with. You know, like I said, this is something that's unheard of, you know, from a kid, you know, coming from Staten Island, New York. So
Absolutely. How did your mom feel about getting those plaques? Like, what was her response to that?
And you know, she's just super proud. You know, like I was saying, I wasn't in town. I wasn't in town the day my plaques got dropped off to the house. So she was like, yo, there's 3 big boxes here. You know, what's this? And I was like, Ma, that's my plaques. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, receiving them and you know, bringing them in the house and hanging them up, that right there is just a great feeling. Like, you know, so it's just a real moment for me. So,
Man,
Okay.
real.
Now you also drop a little Spanish in the song. So I want to know, is it easier for you to rap in Spanish or in English?
it's kind of like, it's definitely, I want to say definitely more easier for me to rap in English. Like, I do come from a Spanish background, but my first language was English. Like, my mom ain't really like, you know, teach me a lot of Spanish. But, you know, now that I'm doing this Latin music and I'm tapping into that lane, I'm starting to learn, you know, as I'm going. But yeah, like I said, like English was definitely my first language, so it's a little easy for me to rap in English.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
y'all know me Espanol is muy bien investors too. You know, I'm just saying.
Oh, Romeo, don't you
Yo
trying to
lo-
include yourself?
Cut it.
Yeah, okay, wait, okay, back to CJ. Now you also have been working with a lot of Latin artists, and we've been seeing you posted up with folks like Bad Bunny. So why do you feel it's important to incorporate your culture in your music? And what new Spanish music do you have coming out? We would love to know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's important, you know. Like I said, I definitely always wanted, even when I was young, I always wanted to, you know, touch base on my Latin side and embrace that, you know, my culture a little more. Even working with, you know, artists like, you know, Anuel, Ozuna, Alaufa, you know, Faruko, those artists are super dope and super talented. So even just having the opportunity to work with them and meet them is just, you know, it's a crazy experience. You know, shout out to Bad Bunny. You know, he's a fan of the music.
Yeah.
You know, he's a different type of superstar. You know, where I'm from, we call him the Spanish Drake. So.
That's
Please get
perfect, actually.
Between you and Bad Bunny, are we gonna get a single soon between you two?
Man, hopefully, like I said, you know, when I got the opportunity to meet him, we was in Miami. You know, as soon as he see me, like he didn't even have to get introduced to me. Like, as soon as he see my face, he was like, "Whoopty!" I was like, "Oh, it's over."
It's over.
Hopefully, hopefully soon, you know, maybe me and him lock in. You know, I kind of work with a lot of artists that he worked with, so you know, maybe one day we in the same studio or something like that, and we put it together. So
Well, look, man, you already working with big dogs. I peeped out that French Montana actually EP your new project. So like, how did that link up?
Yeah, shout out to French. He just he kind of just reached out to me on some just showing love and support, you know, especially young artists coming from New York. He was like, yo, I love what you're doing. You know, I love Whoopty. I love everything that you got going on. He was like, yo, whenever you're in LA, you know, come by the crib, let's cook up. And you know, as soon as I met up with him, you know, we locked in immediately. We made like, I believe like 7-8 songs in like 2 days.
Wow.
So me and French got some records, you know, about to come out. Me and him got a record on my EP. It's called I'm Lit. Super dope club banger. But
yeah, I was about to ask you, what was your favorite song that y'all worked on this far?
It's a song that's not out yet. It's called $1 Million. What is it? $1 million. What is it? $1 million signs. It's called $1 million signs.
$1 million signs. Breaking news on the mix, y'all.
Wait, but I wanted to ask you, CJ, really quick. You do have an album dropping this summer, so will French be helping you with this one as well?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, you know, get in the booth for him and just get his input. And you know, like I said, French has a great ear for music. Like a lot of people don't know. Like he could really sit there and be an A&R if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, as far as production, I'm definitely going, you know, asking for help. You know, especially him being in the game for so long and having so many hits under his belt. I'm definitely gonna, you know, reach out to him and, you know, reach out to, you know, a lot of artists that I have relationships with and just get their input on my project. So for sure.
Man. Hey, big things coming from CJ, man, for real, man. Mindset.
And pretty much, I think what he's saying is he's gonna be taking over our summer. We're gonna be listening.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's giving.
I'm talking about hip hop and the Latin side for sure.
Period. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, we have to take a quick break, but we want to thank CJ for coming through and getting into the mix with us tonight. Everybody be sure and follow him and look out for his album coming this summer. And if you don't already, go download his EP, Loyalty Over Royalty. Thank you so much again, CJ. And we will be right back with more on the mix here on Fox Soul.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the mix, everyone. Now, Romeo, your family had a huge week last week. Not only was it Pop's birthday, but he also secured an endorsement deal for your brother Hersey that could make him the highest paid college basketball player in the nation. As long as the doubles, how do you say it?
NCAA. NCAA. You don't matter. You don't got to say that right.
Great. As long as they change the rules for their players to be able to make money off of their own name, because we've talked about this on the show over and over. College players deserve to be paid. So I know it's a good time in the Miller house right now.
Yeah. No, college players, you know, definitely should be paid. You know, my brother, he got a lot of deals on the table if he could benefit from his name. I mean, college has been benefiting from all of these players from day one. I'm just saying, Zion went to Duke. How much money do you think they made from the #1 jersey at Duke?
Billions.
Hundreds of millions, the billions. And shout out to my brother Hersey, though. He's definitely a young trendsetter. A lot of these endorsement companies, they're looking at him as the trailblazer, looking at him as the face of the future for putting on for HBCUs and not being afraid. You know, my little brother, I love that kid because he's fearless, and that shows in his game on the court. And I think they like that off the court as well. He's not afraid to be him. He's not afraid to be first. He's not afraid to fail. My brother, no, guess what? You fall down, you get right back up. So shout out to Hersey. Man, it's the NCAA, Jamie, but I got to tell you, when I was in college, the NCAA didn't let me make no money. I literally, people ask where Lil Romeo went. I'm going to keep it real with y'all on the mix on Fox. So I couldn't do anything because I was playing college basketball under the NCAA. So I wasn't allowed to have a career.
Wow.
It's
Speaking of Hersey making incredible bounds, you know, in history, it looks like he just started a new trend because talented young players, they're taking their skills to HBCUs. Over the weekend, it was announced that Shaq's son Shakir O'Neal has committed to playing at Texas Southern University.
Yeah.
Baby.
Listen. This is huge. Like finally, like all these notable Black athletes are going to HBCU. I'm about to say bank. They're going to the bank.
I love to see it. And I love to see it because I actually went to Prairie View, which is like 20 minutes from Texas TSU.
The Prairie View girls be I grew up in Mo City, H-Town. I know.
So when I saw the article, I immediately thought of your brother Hersey. I was like, see, it only takes one person to show people, okay, this is cool. I won't become the black sheep if I do this. So I love to see it. But I want to ask you guys, because I did see Deion Sanders, who is head coach of Tennessee, the HBCU. He said that at the draft, a lot of the HBCU players got overlooked by the league when they were just as good as the players who got looked at. So do you think that going to an HBCU could potentially hinder you from going to the league in the long run?
Well, this is the thing, like of 200, I think it was 259 players who were drafted. Not one was drafted from an HBCU, which is crazy. And it makes me wonder, like, is it political? Is it about money? So it's all a kind of a messy game, and they're definitely not. It's not that they aren't qualified, because I'm sure the most qualified players are at HBCUs. So why is it that this just happened?
You said it, Tom. Political. At the end of the day, people don't know this is a business. College is a business. My thing is, if you just got to look at this, why aren't we paying college students? It's that simple. Why are we giving these kids $300, $400 stipend checks when they're making hundreds of millions for your school? So it has a lot to do with the business side of things. But I want people to not be afraid, because you remember back in the day, some years ago, they wasn't letting black people eat at the same restaurants as whites. So it's always going to be some type of rules and some type of boundaries that has to be broken. And I'm proud for my brother Hersey not being afraid, because guess what? The thing that we live by in our household is what's meant for you is for you. And that's what Hersey and now Shakir, they're doing for these young athletes. Don't be afraid. They want you to be afraid so you don't put money back into the community, our people. If all of our best talent go to HBCUs, they're going to have to make these the biggest schools, the biggest gyms. They're going to have to invest in us. So you just can't be afraid. It's all kind of, manipulation in politics where we really control the narrative if we want to.
That's true. And I want to make a quick correction, because I know they're going to tear me up. He's at Jackson State. Deion Sanders is at Jackson State. So just want to say. They're going to be like, he's not a coach at Tennessee.
Romeo, we gotta have Hersey Miller and Shakir on the show. We gotta have them on the show to talk about this. I think this is a really important issue.
We'll hook that up, man. And one thing I got to say about Hersey, man, he had a lot of top schools. He's a humble kid, but we had USC calling, Vanderbilt literally the days before. When he made this decision, he could have went to any D1 school he really wanted to, because he's just that good of an athlete. But he was like, I really want to, be a trailblazer, and I want to do something for the community that's bigger than basketball. And now we here, baby. Welcome to the family, Shakir. TSU first, TSU next year. We're going to get that TSU in Tennessee and Texas. I hope you be there, Jazz.
Romeo, you better talk your stuff to your brother.
Okay. Y'all better put some respect on the Miller name. Come on, man.
All right. With that, y'all, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of the mix here on Fox Soul. So keep it locked in.
Mix, you guys. So last Friday, rap superstar Travis Scott celebrated his 29th birthday. But instead of posting the gifts he got, he gave us a gift by announcing that his beloved Astroworld Festival will be coming back this year. He took to Instagram and said that for his B-Day, he just wants to rage because we've all been locked inside of the house. He ended the post by saying that Astroworld Fest would take place November 5th and 6th at Houston's NRG Stadium, and tickets will be on sale starting May 5th. So this is really big for the city of Houston, but are you guys ready for Astroworld this year? Who needs to borrow my couch? You guys want to rage? What's up?
Raging, baby. A little spot on the couch. You already know the vibe.
Yeah, like Jazz, you have room for more than one because I would love to come stay at your spot. You know, I watch you on Instagram over the weekend. You be lit. I'm trying to be there.
Right, Jazz be lit. She be at all the parties.
Jazz be lit. Stop
She
playing with
at the
Jazz.
hookah lounges. I want to go to a hookah lounge with Jazz.
Bro, Jazz be
You know what's
outside.
crazy?
Jazz be outside.
Y'all know what's crazy? My dream last night, I was actually at a club with Jazz in Dallas, Texas.
What?
I was in Dallas though. I'm supposed to be in Dallas next week, so maybe it's gonna come to fruition.
Let me know.
Us all gonna be on Jazz couch. We gonna be like, oh, okay. Can we get a blanket? Everybody. Okay.
Hey, but Jazz, I gotta ask you this before y'all answer this. You know, I grew up in H-Town. You know, when I think of Astroworld, Jamie probably don't know, or Anton, but that was literally like, I'm not throwing shade, but Astroworld was like, that was Six Flags out there.
Yes. See, that I was told that because I came to Houston about 5 years ago and I had no idea, but people were putting me on game and they said it was like Six Flags that ended up getting.
Yeah, y'all generation, y'all think of Astroworld and you think of Travis, but when I think of Astroworld, I used to literally be at Astroworld as a little kid. That was the spot.
That's true.
So shout out to Travis though. I like the way he think, just taking that concept and making it his own.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thing about his festival, obviously it's the largest single day artist curated music festival in the country, playing host to over 50,000 fans, bringing in acts like Lil Wayne, Migos, Pharrell, Young Thug, Meg, and obviously Travis himself to perform. And this year, which I'm super excited about, they added a second day. So who would you guys want to see fill those spots?
I can see some of those same people.
Right? I was thinking that whole little lineup.
We missed what happened last year. Like, what's going on last time? Like, I will see those same people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Wayne. And you know, I hate to do this because you guys are gonna make fun of me, but every time the baby comes to Houston,
here we go. It ain't one show that the baby don't come out of Jazz's mouth. It ain't one show.
Yeah,
baby, we gotta. There, please just give Jazz some love.
I knew you guys were gonna do that, but I do want to see him perform.
Jazz said it's not what y'all think. She just want to see the performance.
What kind of performance you want, Jazz?
She want the backstage pass. Romeo hate us. He said calm down.
Okay, well, Travis Scott has become an overall icon within the culture. And I came across an article that rated his best style moments of all time. And you know, it kind of had me thinking, who do we think has the best style in the culture right now? I'm gonna go straight to you, Jazz.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
okay. So
I'm commentating because I've seen some of y'all picks, but I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to go. I think Tiana Taylor always holds it down for the ladies. She always looks fly. And then I love the way Chris Brown dresses. I like his style. So for me, it would have to be Tiana and Chris. I think they always dress very nicely.
Okay.
Ladies, who else?
Go ahead, Jamie.
Okay, well, off tops, I have to say Zendaya and A$AP Rocky. I just obsessed with both of their looks, and I love like how Zendaya spoke out saying like in magazines she doesn't want to be edited and like she wants to be her natural self, and I really took to that and I like that a lot about her, so I have to give it
nice.
I like that pick. I like that Zendaya in there, the natural beauty. I see, girl. What we got next?
Okay, you guys know I'm gonna pick Queen Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. I think A$AP Rocky too, Jamie. Now I picked these two people because I mean obviously they have great style, but I feel like even if it's not that cute, they make it look nice. I don't know if it's because they're really great looking people. So I mean, I feel like they can do no wrong.
Zoe may be on to some. I got to give Zoe a 10 for this one.
Yeah, that was a great pick, actually.
Okay.
All right, so the most important one, which is, you know, Anton's pick.
Okay, Anton.
I'm going to have to say it's going to be Pharrell and Harry Styles for me for the men, and then I'm going to say Rihanna for the women.
Now, you said yourself right there. You saved yourself.
No, I chose Pharrell and Harry Styles because I love when men dress and they have no rules and they break all the rules. And they do things that you wouldn't expect. And both Harry and Pharrell do that. Like Harry, you wouldn't expect him to wear this like purple fur like scarf, and he gets away with it because he's a rock star. He just got this swag about him. And Pharrell for me is like my style icon. Like he got me to buy some pearls. I'm actually rocking pearls on my neck because of Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm your reasons were on point.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what did it for me.
Rihanna can just do
She can do whatever. Yeah, she can do whatever.
That's how you get it. Y'all get it.
Yeah.
Something. Just say Rihanna every time.
Okay, so the next category is which male or female has the best shoe game?
Ooh.
Let me see who's gonna win this round.
Jamie, go ahead.
Okay. For the guys, PJ Tucker, have to give it to him. And then ladies, Tiana Taylor comes through with that shoe game.
Yes. I actually
selection. Insane.
Yes. See, I actually said PJ Tucker too. I think his shoe game is so dope. And then I did put Monica in there, not the ones that she wore on Before You Walk Out of My Life. I'm talking about the ones on my
Yeah, she does have great shoes. That was a good pick.
Instagram is killer.
Yeah. Well, you know that those are the shoes we first thought about. Those were the shoes we thought about.
See me?
I cannot.
All love.
Okay.
Monica could rock anything. Hey, Monica could rock anything for real.
Yeah, her style is impeccable.
You love
impeccable. Don't play with mine.
Donique, what's yours?
Okay. I just want to say I'm going to look up PJ Tucker after this. I feel left out. I don't know who that is.
NBA player. He got drip.
Oh, okay.
He's known for shoes.
Okay, now the two people. Oh, he known for shoes. Dang, I feel like my picks suck. Okay, no, my picks are the best because these people also felt like had really great style too, but I just had to put them for shoes because I had to pick Rihanna for best style. But Tiana Taylor, like Jamie said, and Fabulous for sure. I feel like these people, their whole fits, they're just always fire. So their shoe game has to be crazy.
Zoe is in the lead again. I got to tell you, Tom, before you begin, Zoe is winning this match. I'm over here commentating. I'm dialing in, putting the numbers. Zoe is still in first place. Take it away, Tom.
Okay, so let me give y'all mine. I'm going to say for male, it's going to be Travis Scott. His shoe game is crazy. And I'm also going to say for female, it's Rihanna again for me.
Okay.
For me.
You want to win so bad, Anton.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, took it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm the style god. I'm the style god. Don't play with me.
Okay. What's our next category?
All you got to do is throw Riri in there.
She wins it. She's like the peanut butter and jelly. It just goes right.
Okay, but we got to go to break. So, Romeo, you want to take us to break?
We got to go to break already?
We got to go to break.
Can't keep playing?
We can't keep playing.
You don't want to hear our answers. You want to judge us.
I had fun being a commentator, but on that note, all right, I think we all know who's the real package over here, the style king. It's your boy. I'm just saying, I didn't see myself on none of those lists. But look,
would say that.
Keep it locked. We got to take a quick break, but we coming back with more swag, only on the mix on Fox Soul, baby. You see the drip.
Welcome back to the mix, everybody. So before we go, I want to let everybody know that the movie that I've been talking about that I'm starring in alongside Rotimi, Soraya, Lauren Lott, Kiki Wyatt, Jonathan McReynolds, it's coming out this week. It's called Favorite Son, and it was directed by the GOAT, one of the most incredible actors of our time, Miss Robin Givens. You guys can watch it on BET Plus starting this Thursday. So the movie is based off of a book by Miss Tiffany L. Warren. So it actually has a huge following. And it's about two brothers who start this gospel music group. And I happen to be a part of the music group. And then you see how they split apart because of money, fame, and greed. And this got music, it got drama, it got comedy. It feels everything for you. So make sure you check this out.
Going down.
Love that.
Hey, we're going to be tuned in, but guys, we came to the end of another great show. Y'all feeling good?
Hey,
Great show.
In another show, we want to thank CJ for getting into the mix with us tonight. Stay tuned right now for the Tammy Mac Late Show. But first, Fox Soul is saving you some more money again this week with their special Fox Soul deals. Check it out, and we'll see you next week. You know what it is, the mix.
Yeah.
Whoopty.